What's going on, beautiful people? The Black Hokage here, aka TBH, and to be honest, 2022 is here, and it looks like it's going to be a much better year for gaming compared to last year. With that, I thought I'd take the time to look ahead and talk about what games I'm looking forward to. Before we get into that, friendly reminder that I am giving away a free Xbox Series S with 3 months of Game Pass. If you'd like to enter that giveaway, simply pause this video and tap the link in the description box below to enter. Good luck to everybody who enters the giveaway. And with that out the way, I would just like to say this video was made to make people aware of what I look forward to this year. I'm not saying that any of these games will be great, they just look like they'll be. We'll see how things turn out when these reviews start to drop. Also, this is in no particular order, my list. I'm just previewing games that I think look dope. Feel free to share what you look forward to in the comment section below. Just keep the conversation respectful. Now, without further ado, let's talk games. Opening up this video is Gotham Knights. This is a spin-off of the mainline Arkham series from WB Montreal, the studio behind the underrated Arkham Origins. Gotham Knights is a stealth action-adventure title akin to the previous entries in the Arkham franchise, starring members of the Bat family. In this universe, Batman is dead and it's up to Robin, Batgirl, Nightwing, and Red Hood to save the day. Why am I excited about this one? Well, it's a 2-player co-op experience where you get to play as 4 characters with their own unique fighting styles. Not to mention that this keeps the stealth elements from the previous Arkham titles, which is going to lead to some tense and hilarious moments with friends. My only concern with this game is that the RPG elements are in it. Your hero not being the proper level to progress through sections could be frustrating, but I'm not a developer, so I'm going to keep an open mind and trust that WB Montreal knows what they're doing. Just know we're gonna get in your ass if that shit is trash. Gotham Knights has no definitive release date, but it is listed for sometime 2022 online. Next up is Marvel's Midnight Suns. Now, I'm not a huge fan of strategy games, but one subgenre that I've low-key loved is tactical strategy titles such as Final Fantasy Tactics and Fire Emblem. I love them because they're basically video game chess. At this point, it's a meme, so one thing you should know about me though is I am a huge fan of Marvel movies, so of course I want to play a game that combines the tactical strategy with an original Marvel storyline that's being developed by Firaxis Games, the studio behind XCOM. Marvel's Midnight Suns is slated for a March 22 release date. Now for my next pick, I'm going with Sonic Frontiers. This is the new open world Sonic game that was recently announced at the Game Awards. It seems like Sega is finally taking some chances with the blue blur, and I'm not mad at it. In a recent GI podcast, I stated this game is either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad. No in between. Either way, I'm excited because if it is good, we get another great Sonic game that we can enjoy. But if it's bad, the troll in me will still enjoy it because that means the Sonic fan base will get roasted for another shitty game in this franchise. They'll get mad, then they'll run to online forums and social media to make fools of themselves with more posts like this classic right here.
You guys are the ones that ruined Sonic for everyone! I'm tired of all you pricks! I am so freaking mad! A nightmare!
Sonic Frontiers has no definitive release date. Currently, it's just listed for online 2022, so we'll see when the actual release date drops. Now, don't judge me, but I am not, and I have never been a fan of Harry Potter. I came from a family of black Bible thumpers, so I wasn't allowed to read or watch that witchcraft as a kid. I missed out on that boat, and I never bothered to catch up when I got older. I felt like I was too far behind, but Hogwarts Legacy just might be the spell to get me in tune with the Hufflepuffs. Hogwarts Legacy is an open world action-adventure RPG, and the little bit of gameplay that we have seen piqued my interest. Fun fact, I was not actually into Attack of a Titan at first. I thought it was really slow and boring, but then I played the games and it made me want to go back and catch up on the show, and now I'm a fan of the show. I am a huge gamer, and this just might be the gateway drug to get me into the Harry Potter universe. Hogwarts Legacy is listed to drop sometime in 2022. Now here's a pick for all the broke boys out there. It's WB's Multiverses. This is a new platform brawler looking to eat into some of the Smash Bros market. The reason this one has potential is because they have the star power of WB's roster. There's a unique 2v2 mechanic when you play the game. There's rollback netcode. It's free to play and it will have cross progression. Just do a quick Google search of all the different IPs WB owns and then you'll get excited at all the possibilities in terms of fights. Not to mention Multiverses is a clever name, by the way. Now it's just a matter of execution. We'll see if they stick their landing when Multiverses drops sometime in 2022. Next up is Forspoken. Now, not a lot is known about this title, but according to its wiki page, it's an upcoming action-adventure RPG. This one caught my eye for one reason and one reason only, and that's its movement system. This game's protagonist is moving and a-grooving through the environment, defeating her opponents in style. That fluidity of it all looks like it's going to provide a lot of tools to be creative in combat. I found the character design to be interesting, and I'm never going to complain. I'm never going to complain when a game stars a fine black woman. Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus. Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus. My only concern with this game is that its performance looks like it has has some issues. The frame rate on the footage we've seen seems to struggle. I'm hoping Luminous Productions cleans that up before Square Enix publishes Forspoken on May 24th, 2022. Now, I know, Battle Royale games are tired for many of us. Hell, I'm tired of them as well. These days, the only one that I still play is Apex Legends, but there is one on my radar in 2022 that I'm willing to give a shot. It's called Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. There was an alpha build that I got to play on stream last year, and I had a lot of fun with this game. What makes this BR different is you get to play one of many vampire classes in third person with various abilities, plus the movement system in this game. You can climb, wall run, and jump long distances, and this creates this fast-paced combat that reminded me a little bit of the Unreal Tournament, but in third person. Currently, this game is in early access on PC, but the full release comes to PC and PS5 sometime in 2022. Moving on to my next game, let's talk Starfield. I'm a huge fan of anything space related, and since Mass Effect Andromeda dropped the ball on scratching that space itch for me, I'm hoping Bethesda could pick up the slack. They haven't shown any actual real gameplay yet, but I do know that they're finally making huge overhauls to their engine, so I'm praying we finally could get a bug-free experience from Bethesda. Another thing we have to take into consideration is that Microsoft recently purchased Bethesda for $7.5 billion. That means that Microsoft saw something behind closed doors that was worth spending billions of dollars on for exclusivity to the Microsoft platform. I just hope that their bet they placed on Bethesda is correct, and even if it isn't, we all won't take too bad of a loss, seeing as that this game will be on the Game Pass day one. And since the first month is only $1, that means you could play one of the biggest games of the year for dirt cheap if you're not already a Game Pass subscriber. Starfield drops November 11th, 2022. Ironically, the next game I'm going to mention people have been dying to play for like the last 3 years, and that's Dying Light 2. If you didn't play the original Dying Light, think Dead Island meets Mirror's Edge. Truthfully, that's what I'm looking for in the sequel, just obviously bigger and better. The game will definitely be bigger too, because recently they tweeted this game will take 500 hours to 100% complete the game, and I'm willing to bet that my ex-play co-host Gerard, aka The Completionist, anxiety went through the roof. I said big, but I ain't mean that damn big. I'm hoping the mainline story in this game isn't riddled with fluff, but I'm going to remain optimistic when the game drops on February 4th, 2022. Guess what? The same year we get Gotham Knights, we're getting another big title from the Arkham big dog Rocksteady. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had a very strong showing at the 2021 Game Awards. This title looks like the polar opposite of Gotham Knights in the sense that it seems to be more of an emphasis on movement and action. In the trailer, you see the anti-heroes running up and jumping off skyscrapers while taking on what looks like a mind-controlled Justice League. Rocksteady looks like they just wanted to make a game that's fun to play with the boys that doesn't take itself too seriously. Add in the fact that this game has 4-player co-op, and I'm confident in saying that this looks like it's going to be a good time. It's just a matter of how good will it be. I think that will be dictated by how good the narrative is, but we'll see when the game drops sometime this year in 2022. Okay, so this next game, I have a hard time believing it's going to come out in 2022, but Nintendo listed it as so I'm going to mention it, and that game is the sequel to Breath of the Wild. At least it looks like a sequel to Breath of the Wild. We don't know what the hell it's called at the moment of this recording. The reasons I say I have a hard time believing it's dropping is because we don't even know what it's called, and we barely seen any gameplay, but it's Zelda, so we have to have some idea of what to expect already. I mean, we're fighting Ganon, exploring Hyrule, and doing some intense puzzles. I personally have never played a Zelda game that I didn't like. I like some more than others, obviously, but I've never played one that's just straight up trash, and for that reason alone, the new Zelda deserves to be mentioned. The Breath of the Wild sequel is slated to drop sometime in 2022. Horizon Zero Dawn was one of the shining stars of the PS4 era, so naturally, I don't want to miss its sequel in 2022. What I loved about Horizon is it scratched the Monster Hunter itch for me without having to do all that hunting aspects of it, okay? I thoroughly enjoyed fighting the giant robotic monsters, mastering their attack patterns, and the scale of it all was something to behold. The story in this game was interesting as well, too. Especially in the second half, when you start to learn more about what happened to humanity and why there's big-ass robot animals. This sequel looks to improve on the hand-to-hand combat. It adds more verticality, improves stealth. It's visually stunning, and we learn more about humanity's story and what happened. My PS5 has been looking like a decoration on my desk these days, so it's nice to be able to boot it back up when Horizon Forbidden West drops on February 18th, 2022. Now, where are all my people at that love to throw hands? I got something for you. If you love to throw hands, Sifu is right up your alley. Sifu is the latest game from the studio that brought us Absolver. This is a roguelike-esque game where you play as a man who ages every time he dies in combat. The older you get, the slower you become, and after a certain age, you just expire, if you catch my drift. Now, I'm excited about this game because I've already played an early build of it, and I can confidently say that tryhards and speedrunners, you're gonna love this game. This game is challenging, but it felt rewarding to get better and master the level as I got to play it more and more. Sifu, it drops drops on February 22nd, 2022. I don't know why I just had a complete brain fart, and it's probably because I'm getting older, just like seafood. So earlier I mentioned during the Marvel Midnight Sun section that I was a fan of tactics games. If the Marvel one wasn't doing it for you, I got another one. Another strategy game that you should keep an eye out for is Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. The original Mario Rabbids is one of the most slept on Nintendo Switch titles, okay? If you haven't played it, pick it up. It's probably dirt cheap. It's literally Mario XCOM. The sequel, Sparks of Hope, introduces new characters, a new story, and you get to rescue Sparks that will provide unique skills in battle. The Switch has been rather dry these days, so if you need something to play this year, keep an eye out on reviews for this one when it drops sometime in 2022. And goddamn you son of a bitch, you listen. Bayonetta 2 is one of the best games of the last decade. Jokes aside with that damn voice. A lot of you missed out on it because it was originally on the Wii U as an exclusive, but Nintendo recently re-released Bayonetta as a collection on the Switch with Bayonetta 1 and 2, so it's no excuse. Platinum Games are the masters at crafting an action experience, and in my opinion, their magnum opus is Bayonetta. Some might say that it was near Automata, but I think they're both great. We've only been breadcrumbed with details on this game, but Platinum gets the benefit of the doubt when it comes to me on this title. I know it's gonna be crazy freaking combos and even crazier story and set pieces that'll blow our minds. Honestly, it's just a matter of how good this game will be is the question. I'm praying that the Nintendo Switch can maintain 60 frames per second with this type of game they're trying to create. We'll see when it drops this year in 2022. And last, but certainly not least, I have to mention God of War Ragnarok. If you didn't play God of War 2018, for shame, please do yourself a favor and play that right now. The way this game ended was magnificent. There were some crazy implications for the future of God of War, and with a title like Ragnarok, I just know stuff is about to pop off in that sequel, baby. Truthfully, I'm playing this game more so for the narrative. This will be the 6th game in the mainline series, so at this point, we know what to expect from the gameplay. Bloody, head-busting action, and I'm here for it. The PS5 finally got some heavy hitters between this and Horizon Forbidden West, and I'm excited for them. Ragnarok drops sometime in 2022. And those are the games I'm excited for this year. Yes, I left Elden Ring off the list because it's not my cup of tea. Deal with it. I still might try it, but I'm not gung-ho about that shit. Truthfully, I might not even play all these games that I listed because my time is limited, damn it. Hopefully, I put y'all onto some games that dropped this year that look dope this year. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I'm fucking desperate, bruh. Hit that shit. A motherfucker need it to make the channel grow. Leave a comment in the comment section below. What games are you guys looking forward to? And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.